What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Games Mindset. We talk about diet, fitness, dating, health. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for awesome content. So let's get right into what today's video is. Alright, so today's video is what kind of big mistakes guys make in relationships, more importantly long-term relationships. We've had to discover these hard truths the hard way in our own experiences and through what we see, through our friends, family, and many of you that need this kind of advice. I've seen it myself. So the number one mistake is that guys in long-term relationship, they tend to let themselves go. So like they get fat. Let's just call it what it is, the truth. They get very fat. They get the dad bod, which women love, but then over time they don't love because
you don't look
healthy
good.
And you do not value yourself. A lot of guys, they start relationships, they start like in a very good shape most of the time, and over the course of time they let themselves go, they get very overweight, and with that, and the reason they get fat is, one of the reasons is because they lose the frame pretty much in their own, in their relationship and sometimes their life. So they let themselves go, they let their authority, dwindle over time, they become a little bit weaker, they
get lazy.
They get lazy, they do not enforce boundaries that they once did, and a lot of the times the girl usually just ends up controlling the relationship anyway by default because the guy just kind of lets things go, and over time he gets complacent. He gets a little bit easy because he gets very comfortable. In the beginning of any relationship, there's a little bit of anxiety because you're getting to know each other and the flame is there and you guys are like banging like animals everywhere, like on park benches and like behind churches and like stuff like that. And over time, that starts to go down a little bit. You get used to each other. A lot of people, they move in together, and then when they move in together, things get even worse because you're just used to each other so much. And most of the time, guys also spend way too much time with their girl, and they neglect their friends, their family, people who are like very important to them because they just want to feel so comfortable in their house, just want to cuddle all day, and they get very complacent. They stop going to the gym, and this sounds like probably a lot of you because there's a lot of people that I see that make this mistake themselves.
And the thing is that once you and your girl go live together, then the mystery that you hold goes away. So they know exactly what you do every day. They know exactly where you're going to be every day. And with that, it definitely doesn't help you in the long term for, keeping the anxiety there, with, at least on the girl's side. And if you can find a way to continue having that anxiety, even if you two live together, it could be better for you. But guys make the mistake where, since they live together, every night is movie night, and they, eat popcorn and ice cream and watch stupid movies on Netflix and all these other dumb stuff, and they sedate themselves and get fat, and over time, the women just don't like that, and they wish that you were still the same guy that was in the beginning,
yeah,
and you don't understand why, and it's just awful.
It's like when you plan the date night. That's a mistake. Right there. You should never plan a date night. It should be spontaneous out of nowhere, and it should be a little anxiety to it. So if you tell your girl, hey, Friday night, we might, or actually, let's go, like the worst thing you could do. Friday night, we both have off. What do you want to do? No, wrong, don't do that. If you're a guy, you should always lead no matter what, I think, because it's better, and you should always keep her on her toes, because it makes things more spicy, and she'll love you for it, even though she'll be like, oh my god, I hate when you do this. Like, if you'd be like, hey, what do you want to do this Friday since we both have off? That's a horrible way to do it. In fact, you shouldn't even do it. Maybe like the day of, if you know like she's not doing anything, if you have a girlfriend or something, be like, get dressed, 8 p.m. She'll be like, for what? I'm like, I'll show you later. Like, what do you mean? I want to know, tell me. No, you find out when we get there. Like, make it a little spicy. You should have spontaneous like days to where she doesn't know what's going on. You could kind of spice things up that way. You want to make things spontaneous and fun sometimes and not do everything the boring way. You plan things out. Maybe this Friday we should go to TGI Fridays and we can order a burger and we can do this. And she already, so the whole week she already knows what's going on. So there's no anxiety to it. There's no fun. There's no mystery to it. But if you were to just say, wake up and say, babe, we're going out tonight. Where are we going? Shut up. Where are we going tonight? Don't worry about it. What do you mean you don't worry about it? How can we go to, you worry about it when we get there. Just look good. I want you to wear this, and then tell her what to wear. Tell her what to do. And she'll like that as well, because she'll feel that spiciness towards it, She'll actually feel that anxiety.
Exactly.
Like, I want you to wear black tank top, high heels. I don't know if that makes sense. Just tell her what to wear, tell her what to do. Just don't tell her where you're going. Make it fun, make it spontaneous, make it, like, exciting.
Yeah, and it's not, and when we say, like, don't plan it, just don't plan it with her knowing. You can plan it yourself. Be like, okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna tell her, but I'm just not gonna tell her anything. You just don't want to be like, oh, it's 6:45. Maybe at 8 o'clock we'll just do something. No, if you think about it like in that morning, be like, oh yeah, maybe we'll do this, but I just won't tell her yet, and then I'll tell her later. That's something that you want to do. You want to know what you're going to be doing so you can stay in control of the situation at all times. You just tell her whenever you feel like telling her. You don't tell her, when you first think about it. You want to have the plan and then let her know little itty bitty parts of the plan. Yeah, 8 o'clock we're gonna go here, or 8 o'clock get dressed, we're gonna do something. That's all you gotta say. But you gotta know what you're actually doing. You gotta plan that out ahead of time, but keep that internalized within yourself and don't let anyone know about it. So then she can be all surprised. And,
Yeah, I would say you want to demonstrate, do not explicate. So you don't want to talk too much. You want to show. You want to demonstrate by action because a man leads by action, not by talking, right? Let the woman do all the talking. Oh my God, let her talk to her friends all day. Well, oh my God, he's gonna take me somewhere tonight. I don't know what's gonna. You just grab her by the hand and just show her a good time. Like you want to spice things up. Also, guys really neglect their bodies over time. And that's a big one because over time they sort of let themselves become complacent, as we said before. They start eating more carbs. They start losing themselves. Slowly the gut comes out. And a girl will fool you. She'll tell you, oh, you don't care what you look like. You look great. No, don't ever listen to that. Ever. Big mistake. Don't do it. I don't care what your girl says. Go to the gym even harder. If she says, oh, you look great with a dad bod, that's even more motivation to not do it. In fact, just do the opposite.
yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, get an 8-pack.
Yeah. Rule of thumb. If she says, I don't care if you gain weight, lose even more weight. Just get even hotter. Because girls won't tell you this, but they want you to gain weight, so other girls won't want you.
Exactly.
Very strategic, very smart. They know this. But they ain't gonna fool me. They ain't gonna fool him. They might fool you if you don't watch this video.
Exactly.
So you should also subscribe for more. And hit the like button, reminder. So you don't want to let those little voices in your head get to you. So if she says, if she suggests like eating carbs, instead of like eating sugar, going out, getting some crap food. Like, no, I'm gonna cook a steak. I'm gonna cook a grass-fed, grass-finished steak, and we're gonna have broccoli on the side, and you're gonna like it. And she's like, okay, fine. You just don't want to let yourselves go. You don't want to make yourself fat over time. In fact, I think when you're in a relationship, it's a little bit. You actually have to be more in shape, I would say, actually, because when you're dating and non-exclusively, and you're just like seeing each other, you could sort of get away with certain things because you might have options. Which a lot of you don't, because you're stuck on one woman. You believe in the soulmate, which is not true. We can go into that later. But a lot of you think that you can let yourselves go, but that's not true. You want to be even more shaped. That way you keep the anxiety high, and she knows that if she messes up, that you could just go find somebody else if you had to. If you had to, and it makes the relationship a little more fun, more exciting. Because if you just get fat, things get boring, and then she's gonna default to what your lifestyle is. Because if you're in charge and you're leading the relationship like men should, a woman's just gonna follow your lead. So if you get fat, she's gonna get fat too, unless she's not really into you anymore, and then she secretly goes to the gym and cheats on you.
Can happen. You never know.
I've seen some things, but the thing is that you should not let yourself go. Another big thing is that you neglect your ambitions. You forget your mission in life, and you sort of succeed to what she wants, which is not true. You have to be the best version of yourself, and in return, she'll be the best version of herself because she's leading with a strong, masculine man who's really desperately needed these days because it's a wild ride out there.
Exactly.
You don't want to forget your mission in life because a lot of people, they just get lazy. A lot of guys, that get lazy in relationships and they forget what they wanted because they just want to be with her all the time and live this happily ever after Shrek fairy tale, which is not true.
No. And the thing is that women are supposed to be a complement to your life. So you have to live your life the way that you want, right? And she's just there for the ride. You gotta understand that, once you have her and once you have this girl in your life, you gotta understand that, your life doesn't become her. Your life is still you, and the things that you want to do are still the things that you want to do, and you have to make sure that you keep getting them done whenever you can. You gotta make sure you plan properly and, don't succumb yourself to like either one side or the other. But you gotta have a good balance, and you gotta understand that your ambitions are very important. And they need to be done because that's pretty much your purpose in life is to do the things that you want to do. And if she doesn't want that, then you know what to do.
You don't want to compromise your own values for someone else, whether it be a woman, friends, family, whatever. You just want to stick to your guns and know what you want in your life and pursue it, regardless of what your woman may suggest. You always have to be leading and setting the example. So I know that the women I date will either ride in the car that I drive or they're just going to get out. Either way is fine. I'm going to keep driving to my destination in my life. So if you're driving your own car, never let anyone else take the wheel. You always want to be driving. And if they try to hit the brake pedal on you, get out of here. Get out of my car. And then you keep driving. Like, you have to always be going in the direction that you want. So these are just some mistakes that guys make in relationships. So remember to hit the like button and leave a comment below, maybe some thoughts. And if there's a friend that you might think needs this video, you should probably show them this. And with that said, we'll see you in the next video.